Do you ever get nervous taking a test? Does the thought of studying for tests ever feel overwhelming? Have you ever been disappointed with your score on a test after you worked really hard to prepare for it? Do you ever feel like you can do better on a test than the grade you actually received? Well, today we're going to talk about some test-taking strategies and how we can avoid those things. Number 1, most of your test preparation is done when you take notes, read the textbook, and develop some questions about both. The answer is actually true. The word most is an indication that this answer is probably true. Anytime a true or false question has a word such as some, most, few, etc., the answer is probably true. Conversely, most questions that have words like all or none are likely to be false because there are very few things that are definitive. Number 2, you should throw away all of your work as soon as it is graded or checked because it will only clutter up your folders. That is actually false. Old assignments, especially old quizzes and tests, are the most valuable study guides you can have for final exams or unit tests. Do not throw away anything until you've received your final grade, just in case there was any sort of computational error. If your binder is getting overloaded, transfer papers to your home filing system. Number 3, getting a good night's sleep and eating a healthy breakfast are more beneficial than cramming all night the night before a test. This is true. Good sleep and proper nutrition will help keep you alert and help prevent mistakes. Drowsy drivers have been shown to demonstrate similar behavior on the road as some drunk drivers, illustrating how impaired your thinking and reasoning can be when you are tired. Number 4, when you are undecided about a test answer, your first hunch is usually right. True. If you are truly stuck and have no clue about an answer, go with whatever answer first seemed appropriate to you. Chances are that your subconscious long-term memory is working on your behalf, but is simply lacking the proper recall to help you clarify the answer. It is important to be the first person done with the test because that means that you have aced the test. That is false. There is no such thing as a dumb question, but there is such thing as a dumb answer. Those are the items that after your test has been graded make you think, oh, but I knew that. The best way to avoid mistakes is to take the time to reread your test and check it when you're done. Use all the time you have. It's a little frustrating trying to concentrate after you've completed the test, but every single point counts. If you reread your test regularly, you will likely find incorrect and error more than 50% of the time. Number 6, the best way to study for a test is both B and C. Teachers like to cram a lot of information into questions, so anytime you see more than one option combined together, such as all of the above or both B and C, that is likely to be correct. Number 7, preparing a study guide. The answer is actually B. This is automatically done for you when you're using the questioning technique for taking notes and reading textbooks. If you have no other clue to figure out an answer, then choose the longest answer. It is usually the correct choice. Number 8, when your teacher gives you a study guide, you should, and the answer is B, use it to help figure out what to focus on the night or two before the test. If possible, avoid being absent the day or two before a test. Valuable test information is usually given at this time. The night before the test, you should C, spend 30 to 60 minutes reviewing your notes, homework, textbooks, a study guide, and the quiz yourself by talking out loud. If you've consistently been doing homework and reviewing notes, then 30 to 60 minutes reviewing and making final connections the night before a test should be all you need. This test preparation will also give you some valuable confidence before the test. Number 10, to study for a final exam or unit test, your best option is to A, study corrected tests from the semester. The answer is clearly A because teachers do not have a lot of time to create brand new questions for the end of the semester or the end of the unit tests. Therefore, they usually pull questions from previous tests and quizzes for their final exams. Your score is out of 10, so if you've scored 9 to 10, congrats, you're a test-taking champ. If you've scored 6 through 8, you have a good start. Practice a couple of these strategies in this lesson to improve your next test-taking performance. Or if you scored a 1 through 5, let's reread your notes from this lesson and select some 3 to 4 strategies that you can begin practicing right away. Here are some more study tips that you can practice to help you ace that next big test. If you get to a question that you do not know, don't waste your time and energy. Mark the question, skip it, and move on. Otherwise, you're likely to waste a lot of time and build up anxiety that could cause you to lose focus on the test. Don't forget, however, to go back to that question after you complete the rest of the test. When you first receive a test, immediately write down any information you need to memorize, such as formulas, specific dates, names, etc. Write this information down right away to keep from getting anxious or flustered and forgetting important information. Multiple choice tips. Cross out items that you know are wrong and then choose your best answer from the remaining options. Answers with phrases like all of the above and both A and B are likely to be the correct choices, but only use this clue if you are stuck. The longest answers are also likely to be correct choices, but again, only use this clue if you do not have any other ideas. Fill in the blank tips. Look for grammar clues that may give hints such as the word and. That will indicate the answer begins with a vowel or something that indicates a plural word, past tense verb, etc. After you've filled out the blank, reread the statement with your answer to make sure that your answer makes sense in the sentence. I hope with all these tips that you will be able to ace that next exam.